Hey Max, Joe Icono with GBK. How was practice today for you?
How's it going? It was good. Kind of getting back out there. It's a new week, new opponent. Everyone's pretty excited just to get out there and have another opportunity to play some football. I felt good about it.
And probably the big question on everyone's mind: how's the hand coming along?
I was doing good. I'm just taking it day by day. We'll see. We'll see when I can get it off. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. So
And see, you have the Ranger jersey on. So obviously, a good game against Tulsa. As you watch the film, what do you think you and the rest of the secondary did best against Tulsa?
yeah, we stress every week. Just not giving up the big ones, big plays, and making the opponent having to work for their scores, not give them a free one. So we've been doing that well all season. We got to keep that up. UAB's got a lot of playmakers on the outside. So, but yeah, just not giving up the big ones. That's the biggest thing for us in the back end.
And finally, injuries have started to mount a little bit at the safety position for Army. I know you and Casey are still good to go, but what's it been like kind of having some new faces back there and rotating some different people in? And how are you guys in terms of maybe getting some of the new guys on the depth chart anyway, in terms of ones and twos ready for UAB?
Yeah, I think the guys right now in the room, even the ones who are hurt, are doing a great job of just locking in, helping each other out, asking a bunch of questions. We came into camp with a lot of safeties, so the guys who are filling in, Colin Madison, Chris Williams, Stephen Adozie, these guys have all taken reps. They're taking reps all year long. Now it's their opportunity, and I have full confidence in them when they go in the game that they know what they're doing and they're going to go make a play.
Thanks, Max.
Yep, thank you. Ken,
Hey, Max, Ken McMillan from the Record.
how's it going?
Good. To follow on Joe's point here, with so many players rotating in, I mean, I know if you can keep the same four guys together for the most part, you have an understanding of each other. When you start rotating these players in, does it make it more difficult? You have to kind of think, oh, geez, who's out there now on this play? Who's got this strength? Who's got this weakness?
Yeah, a little bit, but Coach Verpail, safeties coach, he does a great job during practice, kind of doing that. It's not always just me and Casey out there. He'll throw me in there with Steven, with Colin with Casey. He does a good job mixing it up. So our if it happens in the game, that's not our first time doing it.
You referenced the injury earlier. Coach told us last week about how they have to keep taking off your cast and putting it on. It's it's I mean, most people think you just put a cast on, you're done. 6 weeks later, it'll take it off. But they've been doing this, several times a week for you. What's that like
Yeah.
just as a person?
Yeah, it's a little annoying, honestly. But when I first did it against FAU, they told me I fractured it. I was a little worried that I'd have to go get surgery, sit out some time. So I was just happy that when I heard I'll just wear a cast in club, I was like, that's fine. But now it's kind of getting that point where I'm going every week, get a new cast. I just got one yesterday. And just getting these updates, I'm ready to have my hand back, and be able to use my right hand a little bit.
So no sense having your teammates sign your cast, right?
Yeah, no, that's if I could do it, I would. Everyone's asked me, but I don't know how General Gillen would feel about that.
I hear you. Max, tell us about what it's like playing like that, because obviously you like to have full use of your body and your parts and all that, but you seem to be doing okay out there. What's it like being in this situation?
Yeah, it was not too big of an adjustment. Other than just trying to catch the ball a bit differently and tucking in my left arm. At the end of the day, it's defense you're trying to tackle. It's contact sport. The club is pretty hard, so honestly, I think it's more of a hindrance to the other team than it is to me at points. Helps me get guys on the ground, but it hasn't been too bad. Like I said, I'm excited to get my hand back. Hopefully, be able to go make some more plays with both my hands instead of just having to use one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, obviously you'd like to have full use of that hand, but it seems to me like you've almost become a missile out there. You throw yourself at these guys. Is that true?
Uh, I don't know if I throw myself at the guys necessarily, other than just it being in the moment, but definitely, if they're running to my right side, like I'm throwing the club out there, it helped me get them down. So
All right, last two things. Bryson Daly, we get to see him and talk to him a lot, but tell us something about this guy that we may not know. You see him in the locker room, you see him in the meeting rooms, the film rooms, and all that stuff. Tell us about something we may not know.
From a football perspective, like Bryson is top tier, hardest worker. That guy's in Coach Burley's office all the time, all day. I went up there with them, just joke around a couple weeks ago. Like he's in there all day. He's a hard worker. But I will say, like, he wears flip-flops everywhere. I don't know what his deal is with that. Like we went with JV played prep school yesterday, and he's over here wearing flip-flops with like some cut shorts on. Bryson, what are you wearing? Like the guy has no care in the world for what he looks like at all times. It's insane. It's ridiculous.
And lastly, I asked this of Cody. You go up, you play at Mikey Stadium a lot. What's your favorite aspect, or what kind of catches your attention on a Mikey Stadium Saturday other than the game?
Uh, I would say, the core is probably the biggest thing, right? I see it from the course perspective. Sometimes it's tough to see, like you can't go home on the weekend because it's mandatory football game, but those guys and girls get up there and they're rocking the whole game. I give them props because it is a challenge to kind of motivate yourself to do that, especially if you're not a big football fan or you don't really know the game. It can be hard. But I see instructors up there. I see the soup, the calm, the dean. He's making videos every week. Just everyone from the course perspective getting involved and cheering as loud as they can is pretty awesome.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you.
Sal? Hey, Max, Sal from Black Knight Nation. How are you?
Doing good. How are you, Sal?
Good. I got a question for you just about how would you put the team start in perspective? What you guys have accomplished so far?
Yeah, it's been a great start. We've been pretty blessed to start, undefeated. Haven't done it since I've been here 5-0. Haven't done it in a while actually. But honestly, what's most exciting about it is that every week there's like more and more to improve on. The win might seem pretty dominant from a score perspective, but for us, it's like, damn, like we have so much to work on, and it's a good thing. You learn from the wins, you learn from the losses, but we like learning more from the wins, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, what kind of